This is Mary Kay with Country Music Matters with one of our favorite guests, Ray Scott.
How you doing?
We're doing fine. You know, you are one of the many who make what we do easy. You're always willing to talk to us, and for that we truly appreciate it.
Well, you know, I've been called easy all my life, so I don't know what that is.
Well, maybe I should have phrased it a little different.
No, you know what? Thank you for doing what you do. You know, we appreciate that.
Now, how many did any fanfares and then into CMA Fan Fest, or?
I didn't do any fanfare. No, I maybe went to a couple while I was here when it was still fanfare, you know, as a fan. But no, it's. I think since I started participating, it's been called CMA Fest. Still hard to get used to, but yeah.
Are you still in awe over a lot of it and some of the artists you see? Is it still?
Well, you know, I mean, I'm overwhelmed by it. I wouldn't say I'm in awe. I guess I've been in the industry for too long to you've been behind the curtain for a while. You kind of know how it all works. But I'm in awe of the talent and a lot of the people that come through here that are just so, uniquely talented and who deserve the success that they're getting. I've seen a whole bunch of them that deserve a whole lot more than they've ever gotten too. So, it's kind of the way the world works. But we're all happy to be part of the family.
Now, this may be going way back, but did you take music in school? Did you read any type of music at grade school, high school?
You know, I took piano when I was a little kid. I sung in the choir a little bit, but not a bunch. And I didn't really pick the guitar up seriously until I was about 19 or 20 years old. So I wasn't one of these kids that was just sort of, extensively trained from an early age or whatever.
What is the toughest part of being an indie artist?
Just getting your foot in the doors. Trying to get a leg up on some of the folks that are getting all the money thrown at them. Especially with the booking situation. We have a lot of people that want to come see us play, but we end up getting more or less kind of passed over for the people that the bigger booking agencies are booking because they have more power. So that's one of the toughest things for us. But we kind of try to work our way into places through side doors and that kind of thing. And, you just figure it out as you go.
When you work with a group of different songwriters, and if somebody new comes into that group, you welcome them, I'm sure. But what is some of the advantages or disadvantages to that?
Working with new songwriters?
Yeah.
Look, songwriting, it's a relationship just like anything else. And over the years you meet people, you might give it a try with them. You might get in a room with somebody and you like them just fine, but you realize that you're not really compatible. So if that's the case, you end up doing what we call co-staring at each other all day. Then you make an excuse up at about 2 o'clock that you got a dentist appointment or something, and you get the hell out of there. And I can't tell you how many times I've done that but no, I'm kidding. But, that's just the way it works. It's like, a bad co-write's like being on a bad date. You want to call your buddy up and, make out like there's an emergency and you got to get out of there,
There you go. That's a perfect example. Perfect. So you are big over in Europe, and you just came back from a recent trip. Was it you had played somewhere new this time?
Yeah, I played in a place called Liechtenstein, which is, really beautiful little country on the border of Switzerland and Austria. And, it's basically a place where people go hide money, I think, from what I understand. But
that's why you went.
They're just completely, yeah, right. I was trying to find some of what they were hiding is what I was doing. But, this guy had us over for this festival. They treated us like kings. It was nice. Great food, great people,
Yeah, Europe's different. There's a lot more artists going over there more and more now.
Yeah, you're right. And it's a great place to go. People over there love country music, and a lot of them love traditional style country music like what I do. So that's one reason there's a nice bit of interest, and we can kind of keep going over there and work.
Now, your band is called the Guilty Bystanders, correct? You change up members sometimes. How does that work out? Is it their availability?
Yeah, it's availability. I've got 3-4 guitar players that know my stuff pretty well, steel guitar players. I kind of sporadically work I'll do acoustic stuff here and there, and I'll do full band stuff. It's not a constant thing. So when you're doing it that way, it's not always easy to keep the same group of guys together. Now, we have the same kind of core together, but we'll mix and match some guys here and there depending on what's going on. And it works out, as long as the guys know the stuff. I mean, we got a lot of really great pro players in Nashville. So it's a lot of it's a long list of talent to pick from around here.
There's a very talented lady who plays the steel guitar when you're in Europe.
Yeah.
How did you ever find that woman?
Sarah Jory, she is amazing, and she is actually going to move to the States and kind of play in my band here, I think, next year.
Oh, man, she's amazing.
She's a badass, yeah, she is. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Well, you
then
said
again,
it.
hey.
That's okay.
But yeah, Sarah's great, and she's known in circles as the best female steel player in the world, especially over there, I think, and she is. She's a monster. I love her to death, and she's great. She's as sweet as she is talented too. So, anybody that is interested in hearing a girl tear it up on the steel, look her up. Sarah Jory, Jory.
I'm telling you, she's
You won't be
worth it.
disappointed. Trust me.
Yeah. So you had Guitar for Sale was pretty good reviews. You did very well with it, but now you're working on pretty quick after some new music, releasing some stuff.
Yeah, always working on, always writing new stuff, whenever I get excited about new songs, I want people to hear them. In this day and age, too, I think the more content you get out, the quicker the better, we're in a little quicker age now, It's, the thought of making a record and then, promoting it for 2 or 3 years and then making another one, it's just kind of it's becoming a lost art a little bit. And, I think as a writer, it's exciting to me now I love making albums, I like that form of art. But it's also, as a songwriter, fun for me if I've got new songs that I really feel excited about and I want people to hear, it's fun for me to think that I can get them out to people quicker now than the philosophy used to be. So yeah, I've got a few new ones in the can, and we're working on maybe putting an EP out by at least probably the fun of next year, I think.
You've got any single in particular you want to release soon out to radio?
Sobering Up from Guitar for Sale is a song that we're concentrating on now. It's an old one of mine. It's one of my sentimental favorites on the new album. It's a slow song. It's not radio's particular favorite kind of song to play, but I don't care. I put stuff out that I feel strongly about, and the people that are going to like it are going to like it. And that's the way my career has worked from day one up to now. So no sense in changing it up just yet.
I have noticed over the last at least 2-3 years, you have started building a very massive fan base.
Well, it feels like things are. There's definitely a lot of new people coming to the plate, and I have people like you to thank for that. With all the music blogs out there, everything that's going on online. This is not a radio career that you're looking at. It's I had some help from Sirius XM, but it's been a couple of years now since they played my music. So so we're just we're getting out there any way we can, and it seems like there's a lot of word of mouth happening to help us out, and every little bit we appreciate, and for all you folks out there supporting me and independent country music in general, I want to say thank you for that.
So what, the rest of the year just touring and working on getting that album together, new
Pretty
music?
much just playing songs and getting this stuff together and recording, getting this stuff finished. And writing, always writing new stuff.
And social media, pro, con, it can go either way.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you say. You can polarize yourself very easily. And I've kind of learned that the hard way a little bit. I make a lot of jokes. I'm not political. I don't lean hard one way and not in the other way. I tend to make fun of all of them, and sometimes, depending on who I'm talking about at any given time, everybody else is getting mad at me for this or that. So I've chosen to kind of, just sort of stop making those jokes at least. And you learn as you go. I also realize too that depending on, I can be a little bit, off color with some jokes. Period. And I find that some people are a little more easy to offend than others, and I think a lot of people get a misrepresentation of who I am personally when they read some of this stuff. So, you learn as you go kind of how people sometimes are going to react. They're going to overreact, or something's going to be taken out of context just as sure as you can, sure as the world. So, so you learn as you go, and you figure out, okay, well, as an artist, I'm not here to polarize myself. I'm here to bring music to people that are looking for music to feed their soul, make them laugh, or whatever.
So what has been one of your biggest compliments by a fan, another artist, a co-writer?
Well, just that I'm different. They can always tell when it's me. I look out a different window. And people recognize that. I think a lot of it's because I do a lot of writing by myself, and I don't really necessarily try to aim for the status quo. I just do what I do, and I've been doing it for a while. So people I think they're just familiar with it. And I think a lot of people like to tell me how handsome I am. Let's see.
Okay then.
Totally kidding.
No, you're not.
They're like, man, you're a whole lot cooler since you stopped drinking. I know that.
Well, for that, that's a big accomplishment. I mean, I know you've brought it up, and in this industry, it's got to be hard. But
it is. It's tough. But after a while, you realize if you drink too much, it starts affecting your performance. And if you're hungover, you get in a bad mood. How you gonna put on a good show if you're in a bad mood? Or if you feel like crap. So I mean, like I say, you live and learn with this stuff, and we're all, I think, a work in progress, no matter at what point in life we are, and that's just where I was. It's been 17 months now since I put it down, and life has never been better. So
I can tell in your music, there's a total difference.
Yeah. Well,
in your clarity and what you're bringing out. And your music's always been good, but it seems to me, from what I've heard so far, it's a different, clearer level.
Thank you for noticing. I feel like I definitely hit a nice stride with it maybe late last year, and I'm just thankful for that. I went for a long time without having really very much inspiration, and all of a sudden it just started flowing. And I think a big part of that was because I'm a whole lot more focused and my mind is clear. The only thing I drink now is coffee. Probably too much, but yeah.
Well, Ray, I know you got to get going. You got a busy day ahead of you, but we appreciate you putting some time aside for us. And we look for that new music. And where can they find you? RayScott.com?
RayScott.com, Ray Scott on Facebook, at Reality Check on Twitter, and Ray Scott Music on Instagram.
Okay. Thanks, Ray. Catch up with you soon.
Thank you.